In a recent video that I uploaded before SummerSlam, I talked about what was next for Solo Sikoa. Because leading into SummerSlam, Solo had quickly started to become a fan favorite, and he started to get over with the crowd, with the WWE Universe. And at SummerSlam, we saw this go even further, where we saw him stealing Jey Uso's run it back yeet. And at SummerSlam, there was still that possibility that he was going to turn on LA Knight and Royce Keys. Thankfully, that didn't happen at SummerSlam because now we've seen him continue to get over with the WWE Universe. Him stealing all of Jey Uso's stuff is working. And I think it's working because not a lot of people like Jey Uso right now. And in that video that I uploaded, I talked about the possibility of Solo rejoining the Bloodline. And now it's starting to look like that could be a legit possibility. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Solo Sikoa possibly rejoining the Bloodline and whether or not it is the right decision or not. Real quickly, before we get too far ahead in the video, I want to say that if you are a WWE fan, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is all we post is WWE related content. So if you are a WWE fan, again, consider subscribing. It's free. You can always change your mind later. So in case you missed it, on the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, Jey Uso challenged Solo Sikoa to a match, and the stipulation was if Jey won, he would personally deliver Solo Sikoa back to the Bloodline, back to Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. But on the other side of things, if Solo was to win, then the Bloodline was to stay out of his business and leave him alone. And in case you don't know what happened, Jey Uso ended up winning. So it appears as though we could be getting Solo back in the Bloodline. But this isn't 100% confirmed yet because we never heard Jey talking about Solo officially rejoining the Bloodline. All Jey Uso is doing is bringing Solo Sikoa to Roman Reigns. And who knows what we could be getting from that segment. We could be getting LA Knight coming in and saving the day and continue to build that little partnership up between him and Solo Sikoa. And with LA Knight currently feuding with Roman Reigns, kind of would make sense. So let's say that LA Knight does come in and save Solo, or Solo just completely denies the Bloodline altogether. What could that look like for Solo Sikoa? Honestly, I really don't have any idea because the Raw after SummerSlam, Solo wasn't even featured on that episode of Raw. And this was coming off the heels of him stealing Jey Uso's run it back thing at SummerSlam. And the fact that we didn't see Solo on that follow up episode of Raw, I think was really disappointing. But once we finally got him back in the fold and he started to steal more of Jey Uso's stuff and kind of made fun of it, and it started working. And I think it worked again because I don't think people are big fans of Jey Uso right now. And honestly, I'd be kind of worried if Solo doesn't rejoin the Bloodline because I don't know what they could do next. The best possible scenario would be him going on and possibly winning Money in the Bank. Because this version of Solo Sikoa running around with that briefcase would be freaking hilarious. But we do know that WWE has a really bad history of not rewarding guys who get over on their own. The biggest example of this as of late is LA Knight, the guy who just teamed up with Solo, and we're starting to see that partnership really start to form here. Ironically enough, LA Knight was in Solo Sikoa's spot. The same way that LA Knight started to get over on his own, Solo Sikoa is doing the same exact thing. And I'm worried that if Solo doesn't rejoin the Bloodline here, then he's just going to get lost in the shuffle. But let's just say that he does rejoin the Bloodline. What could that look like? And honestly, I'm more willing to see how that side of this story could go. Because I genuinely feel like this version of Solo Sikoa being dropped into this current version of the Bloodline, I think would actually be pretty dang good. And I think it would also benefit the Bloodline here. Because let's call a spade here. Ever since the Bloodline officially got back together, it hasn't felt special. And I think it's because we've seen this before, right? Like we saw Roman Reigns as the tribal chief being surrounded by the Usos. And the other member of their family, now instead of Solo Sikoa, that being Jacob Fatu. And if you want to flip back to the original run of the Bloodline, there was a point in time where it started to feel really stale because it was just kind of the same thing over and over. And what changed and what elevated the Bloodline to different heights was the addition of Sami Zayn. Because Sami, being brought into the original Bloodline, allowed the Bloodline members to show a little bit more of their personality. We saw Jimmy Uso showing more of his personality. We saw Jay do the same exact thing, and obviously it worked out well for him because he went on to be main event Jay Uso. And obviously this helped Sami Zayn tremendously because he started to get over with the crowd, and people wanted to see more of Sami Zayn, and they wanted to see more of the Bloodline. And it also, in a way, helped Roman Reigns take that next step as WWE's top heel. But now, if you look at the Bloodline, it's hard to tell whether or not they're actual heels or not, because their promo work and their deliveries are all sounding like heels. But I would argue that they're heels, because look at Jey Uso's entrance. He still is doing the yeet, and Roman is still getting thunderous pops. And I genuinely think that adding Solo into this version of the Bloodline could have the same effect that it did with Sami. And I also think that it would genuinely help Solo Sikoa here because he would be able to stay in the main event scene. Whereas if he doesn't end up rejoining the Bloodline, I'm afraid that he would just get lost in the shuffle. And if Solo does end up joining, I think you can create a lot of interesting storylines with this. I think you could actually have him, be that comedic character of the Bloodline the same way Sami Zayn was. Because again, this version of the Bloodline is missing that comedic side of things, and Jacob Fatu has kind of taken over the Solo Sikoa role of this current version. So we could see Solo just continue to run with the Bloodline, continue to get over, and eventually work towards turning on Roman Reigns or the Usos or something along those lines, and it can make him an even bigger star the same way it did Sami Zayn. Or there is that possibility that we could see Solo kind of being a double agent in a way, where he's going to pose like he is in the Bloodline and he's rejoined and he has bent the knee at Roman Reigns. He has acknowledged the tribal chief, only to turn on Roman Reigns and possibly help LA Knight defeat Roman Reigns. Highly unlikely, yes. However, I do think that it would be pretty dang entertaining, and I think it would obviously help LA Knight, and it would obviously help out Solo Sikoa as well. So is Solo rejoining the Bloodline the right decision or not? Right now, I'm going to end up saying yes. However, I am going to let this story unfold, and we may circle back to this video one day down the line once we see the story fully unfold. Again, I just feel like if Solo doesn't rejoin here, I am really afraid that he would just get lost in the fold, and he would not get pushed like he would if he is in the Bloodline with the top guy, Roman Reigns, with the Usos, who WWE seems to push a lot. And I do still think that he would be able to continue getting over on his own here. So I'm going to say yes. However, I am going to wait until this fully unfolds. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on this. Do you think Solo should join the Bloodline again? And do you think it would be the right decision or not? As always, don't forget to leave all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason. That is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. I do strongly suggest going and checking out our X page. Besides YouTube, I'm most active over on X. We do updates for Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and the PLEs. And we are also over on Instagram and TikTok as well. Over there, you can expect clips from these videos, and it's just another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube. So if you do enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that said and finally done, that is going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button if you really enjoyed it. hit the subscribe button. Again, both are free, both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here, because it genuinely does mean the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.